Morning students, hope you all are good. So students, our next topic is spore formation. Students, what are spores? Spores are reproductive cell capable of developing into a new individual without fusion with another reproductive cell. So spores are formed by fungi and are often contained within a structure known as sporangium, which will disintegrate, releasing the spores into the environment. So students, spores, some organisms like alga, mosses and ferns reproduce by forming spores. So also some bacteria produce spores and that serve as resting or dormant stage for the bacterial cells to survive unfavorable condition. So when spores lands in a suitable environment in the favorable conditions, it will germinate forming a new fungus. Also spores are formed by budding. Budding I have already explained in the previous video. Next is regeneration. Students, what is regeneration? Regeneration is a modified form of fragmentation. In fragmentation, new individuals are formed with the each pieces of the single individual, right? But in this, organisms such as hydra, earthworms, flatworms, and starfish, they can regrow or regenerate their damaged parts of their body. So these organisms can also give rise to new individuals from their broken body parts. So there are other organisms which can regenerate certain broken parts. For example, lizard. So lizard can grow back its tails and also grasshopper its legs, but they cannot give rise to complete new individual. Next is vegetative propagation. So students, what is vegetative propagation? So many plants are capable of vegetative reproduction, which is the separation of one plant to form a new independent plant. So vegetative propagation is a mode of asexual reproduction. So vegetative parts of the plants like leaf, roots, stem and leaf give rise to a new individual. The detached part of the plant has cells enough to divide and produce a new individual. So students, in sixth class, there is an example of bryophyllum leaf. So you know that bryophyllum leaf has buds on its margins. So from these birds, new plants can rise, and these small plantlets detach from the leaf and mix with the soil. And after that, a new individual plants will grow from those plantlets. So this is called the vegetative reproduction, and the vegetative organ is buds on the leaf. So students, vegetative reproduction may arise from many parts of the plant including the leaves and underground stems. Rhizomes are underground stems that branch and give rise to new shoots and roots. Note that these plants can also reproduce sexually. Asexual reproduction is, however, faster and may allow the plant to outcompete neighboring species of the plant wanting the same resource in space. So, the underground stems of some plants produce buds which grow into new plants. Examples: potatoes, modified stems called tubers which grow underground. So you may have noticed some marks on the potatoes. So these marks are called eyes, are actually birds. And plants like onion, lily, garlic, and tuberose reproduce through buds formed in their bulbs. Another type of underground stem. So next is advantages and benefits of asexual reproduction. So advantages are: there is no need to spend time and energy finding a mate, no need to use energy resources to producing eggs and sperm that potentially would never be used. And the disadvantages and cost of asexual reproductions are lack of variation within the population means the species is less likely to survive after environmental change. So, students, these are some benefits and disadvantages. That means limitations of the asexual reproduction. So, thank you, students. Please read this chapter. If you have any doubt, then you can tell me anytime. So, thank you. Thank you so much.